everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Monster Train. We are due for a melting Remnant run, aren't we? Let's have one of these runs with the candle boys. Look at, you're getting real sauce. This is real first time interactions. I've never played as them. We're at level 0. Melting souls and greedy thugs band together to reclaim HE double hockey sticks. Let's do a random support clan, and we'll also do Covenant rank 4 because why not? I do want to say, I mean, as always, thank you for the support on Monster Train. It's been nuts so far. We do have sap from Seraph, which is really bad. I also want to say, if you've not checked out the multiplayer, the dailies are a ton of fun, and also Hell Rush is a ton of fun. It's great stuff. We're gonna get started here. Go check it out. Burnout 1, Multi-Strike 1. Counts down every turn. When Burnout runs out, this unit dies. So you're a 1-turn survivor. 10 times 2 with 5 HP. Rage 6 can be really interesting, especially on a multi-strike unit. Sacred Wicks. Reform 2 units. Return a defeated friendly unit to your hand. Enhance with Burnout 1. Plus 5 power, plus 5 health, and 0 energy cost. Very interesting. So the candle units die, but then we can bring them back. Resin block. When a friendly unit dies, enhance it with plus 10. I mean, we gotta try this, seeming how this character, or this guild works, right? Every turn, reform a random unit. Okay, so you can keep recycling your candle boys. Or, every time a unit dies, you get tankier. So I think we're gonna take your, like, utility build here, and try to, basically, instead of making that unit stronger, we're gonna make our deck better, by and large. And we will turn on the trial here early on. I'm ready to go. Let me make sure my screen reads it. Oh, it's fine. Perfect, I wouldn't say, because that invites criticism, and I want to avoid that. Oh, the dregs. You're terrible. Okay, so you're doing 12 damage. So I think we want you up at the top. We might have to give you some protection. You guys get... You don't get any better or worse turn after turn. I think we're really better off... Honestly... I think we should only let one die by default. But I think we definitely want to bring these units back. Because here's the thing. We want one unit to die every turn just to trigger the Rector. But it's going to trigger after the combat on the bottom floor. That makes sense. Droth. Burnout 1, Multi-Strike 1. So I'm just studying it. You know how dogs is and all that. I think we do care a lot about the money early on. So get that out of here. I think we do care a lot about getting you taken care of. I'd like to kill you too, but we could always draw better next turn. Burnout 1, Multi-Strike 1. So I think the sensible play is just to make sure you take the heat. And then our hope is that Resolve, again, maybe our next Resolve will hit you and create a super unit for us. So now you're 24-8. I think you still try to get ahead of you. You're not going to kill me. We do want to stop you, but I don't think we're going to stop you. I think you're going to get up there. Although, now that I think about it, on Burnout 3, Takedown, great game. One of the best arcade racing games of all time, quite frankly. I'm just thinking, okay? Let's just call it what it is. I'm just thinking. So we want to put one of these right here. You'll burn out, and we could hit you with the Resolve trigger next time. And I think we want to put a drag right here. And now you're dying. And then we might as well put a drag... I don't really want to put it on the top floor, because it's going to burn out before it's relevant at all. So we just really... We're trying to get into the habit of using our dregs to essentially just do damage, tank some hits, and anything you can get on top of that is just a bonus. So this is going to hurt you pretty bad. You're taking 82 damage. I think we might as well play a train steward. We might as well play a train steward. I'm pretty sure you're going to get toasted next floor, but we are going to have units burn out. But that's okay because the resolve trigger does a lot for us. I'll be honest with you, I think we've got you no matter what, but my fun play here is to nuke that dude and then put the dreg behind you right there. Or the draft behind you. My mistake, my mistake. Alright, sorry, I'm going to lower the volume a little bit as well. There we go. Okay, so that went pretty well. I think we got the basic gist of it, but that's usually an easy fight. Hate that art. These are all burnout or reform. Apply burnout 3 to friendly burnout units. The question is whether or not we care about that, or if we want them to die faster. Reform a unit. It's really bringing a unit back into your hand for 0. Or, well, for 0, it's going to cost you 1 to play this. But I think that this is good enough. This doesn't really interest me that much. But I think there could be a situation where it does matter. I just realized, of course, we're doing the Hellhorn synergy here. I think we like Molting Imp. Yo, they've made Branded... No, that's the same as Branded Warrior always was, I think. I'm just trying to think of what we want here. We are going wide, so Rage is good. Wide is just like we're summoning a lot of creatures instead of a few very big ones. But we also do need protection for our champion. So it's a tough call, honestly. I think I'm gonna go, Steelworker. But it's not an easy choice, in my opinion. But at least I talked through my reasoning. And for sure, I think we go... Well, do we go early upgrade path? Because now that I think about it, we don't really have... any unit. Well, we have the Steelworker could benefit slightly. Would we rather make spells better? I think we might rather make spells better. Like, making our, consume, not consume would be great. Reform a unit on a holdover is also nuts. And then also... There you go. Plus 20 magic power and consume. I do like to get rid of the torch, honestly. We'll reroll, and this is exactly what I was hoping for. Well, maybe not to make it free, but like, make it do 32 damage and then get out of our deck forever. And let's make, honestly, Ritual of Battle, we can actually play it if it costs 2, so I think that this is a good swing for us. I think we swung for the fences, but I think it's acceptable. Enemy units enter with armor 10. But you do have spiked units. I think we turn it on. I don't mind this too much. And I'm interested. I like this idea of recycling and recycling our dead units and making them stronger. We'll see how this works long term. So I want you to die, but you will not die. So this does make your life a lot harder. I still think you like you up at the top, and then you're doing. You have 2 spikes. 2 spikes. Nobody's dying. So I think you like a Steelworker 1 floor up, just so they get 1 extra turn to get armor. I think you might as well... I mean, might as well is kind of a weird way to describe it, but I'm like... The unit doesn't benefit from taking a hit, except it gets closer to making a unit that can be reformed. But it doesn't necessarily, like, get penalized for getting killed either. This does 32 damage. I'm running the numbers. I think we want the gold, no matter what. Even though that's like, presumably it looks like a huge waste at least. So you're dying, which is actually fine. And you're not gonna die to spikes, which is pretty sick, honestly. The only question is, do we want to put rage on you? We want to put rage... We'd rather put rage on you. We don't really... We might as well play molded. Just so that at least we get it back in our hand every turn. So again, units dying is actually, like, bizarrely positive for us. So we can get a 2013 train steward out here. Who's gonna do some work. So let me just look at this. You got 13 HP, so you're both dying, which is incredible news. You're gonna die to burnout. I see the problem now. I think we're gonna rage the crap out of you again, brother. And then, you might as well tank the hit because you can afford it. Although, no, this is fine. We'll put you here. I think we'll put you here as well, just to, minimize the risk of our pyre taking damage. I think we got something going here. Honestly, I think we got a pretty good setup. It's early, but we're doing these trials with relative ease. So you're fine. You guys are gonna burn out, which is not great, but it's okay. We definitely like creating a super drag. 24 with 8. So, I mean, you know the deal here. We like a drag on the bottom floor. We like a molting imp to do as much damage as possible. I think we also like you getting in here. You're only taking 24 damage, which is pretty bad. You burn out in 2 turns. If you burn out in 2 turns, I might as well just, like, get you out there to do as much as possible. And I think we'll just try to make you die a turn faster. It didn't work, but it is what it is. This guy's he's just cruising on this floor. And getting stacked with this rage is creating a pretty disgusting situation. I think you gotta, like, create this. I'm realizing now you can create one super unit very easily here. If you just constantly bring back the same unit, they're becoming, you know, basically a deity. Endless, when you die, draw a card. The great thing about this is you take a hit. Entombed explosive. So when you die, you do 35 damage to the unit at the front. I have to look at a holdover here for a second. Or molded, I should say. Reform. Hits with burnout 1. I really like it, because hear me out here. You summon it, it gets hit once, it dies. You bring it back with holdover, it's gonna burn out in 1 turn and do the same thing again. The only thing is, if you bring it back again, I think it's gonna have 2 turns of burnout, and it's gonna get worse over time. I do like the idea of the Votivary. It's gonna die every turn. It's basically like damage shield, and it doesn't take up much capacity, but neither do you. I mean, you do very similar things here. The only thing is you don't take our holdover spell to work. And our holdover spell does do better if we keep applying it to, like, the same unit, and we don't really want to apply it to you over and over. So I think here, we could take nothing, but I think the Votivary is okay. It seems okay so far. I don't really like branding right. I find it too expensive. I don't really think we need a second imp. I think we're good to kind of move on here. If anything, I do like Alpha Fiend, but it doesn't really synergize with the way we're trying to run our deck. I almost like taking a Horned Warrior here and then just bringing him back, bringing him back, bringing him back, bringing him back. I think that could be a worthwhile play for us here. I've never really made Horned Warrior work. Phrasing? I think you go unit and spell again. Like, do we have... I mean, now that I think about it, duplicating Molded is actually a pretty interesting idea. Although, it does... I mean, you know my flowchart. Duplicate... If you get the chance to duplicate, you should duplicate your strongest card. And Holdover Molded is our strongest card right now. Hello, sir. You have Rail Spikes? What do you have? Am I honest, aggressive, or stealthy? I'm just gonna level with you. I really genuinely believe that Petty Theft is just the best card available here. The ability to get a bunch of gold out of it is fantastic. And we'll send it here. The only thing is, the earlier we draw Molded, the longer it's useless. We really want to draw it like turn 2, turn 3, when some units have had a chance to die. And I gotta flip my mindset. We want to die, essentially, on this run. What do you do on death? Nothing. So, I mean, this is a fantastic opportunity to just do that. And then we're gonna get into some serious plays here, if you'll work with me. How much damage do you... 10 damage? Do you do it twice? Is that your thing? Yeah, that's nasty. So I'm gonna put you here. I'm gonna put you here. And I'm actually gonna nuke this unit. So we have the ability to get the reform on it. And I don't really know if that's a strictly essential play, but it did some good work. Similarly here, oh, we've only got space for one. You definitely just protect your steelworker. We're at least going to do some damage to you, which is nice too. You do burn out in one, but you can do a lot of damage in that time. And I don't know, man. Like, get the Horned Warrior up here, and we can do something with him. We can do something. I'm not going to bother getting a Train Steward out there yet. Capacity might be more important. We really got to remove some cards. We haven't removed as much as I would like to remove. So we're waiting for Molded. Do not have it as of yet. 32 damage spell. Always pretty nice. Let's just get that out of control, or under control. 2-2, and you're gonna get hit for 10. I think we do it, we do it like this. Obviously, we just summon a unit. You're just basically there to get killed. We do more damage by putting this unit one behind, because we do... No, we don't, because you're alive. I'm bad. Do you do just the front enemy unit? Alright. Well, you know what? We're going to have a lot of targets for Molded next turn. At least we got one unit out of there. Oh, they're hasted, too, so we would love to get an Imp back. Oh, this is a spicy turn. Hold on. Step 1. For sure we start there. Molded allowing you to choose the card is just, like, ridiculous. Like, look at that. Now, you're... we got you in a pretty good spot there. You dying doesn't really matter to me. In fact, it might even be good. And we could actually, if we get the right situation, we could play the Imp, torch it, play the Imp again with Holdover, and just, like, get to a ridiculous situation. So, again, I would rather you die here. Though it sounds perhaps even mean-spirited. I would rather you die. And you might as well just tank the hit up at the front here, because you got a ton of burnout anyway. Nobody else really matters, though. I don't think we really have an obligation to play here. I see what we got going on here. I'm starting to piece it together, dude. I'm starting to piece it together. Although it's hard to torch you, because you do have 11 HP. Fair enough. Alright, well, we might as well put the Votivary out here. It's a free draw next turn. And then, you know, Horned Warrior. He is on Burnout 1. But again, we'll just put you down here. You're going to do a bunch of damage. When you burn out, who cares? And then we'll get a 1 capacity unit with Burnout 4. Honestly, you might live long enough to do some damage. I don't know, at this point, we might as well start putting some Train Stewards out here. Again, if they extinguish, it's good. I'm still a little bit confused, but I feel like the run's going pretty well for us. So we want a Holdover. I think... I mean, you would do 80. You'd do 120. So we're gonna get you out there. You're doing 120 damage now. It's pretty good. I don't know why I was concerned about it, because now that I think about it, we're just gonna put out our other unit as well. You're taking 360. You're dead. You're dead. Yo, we're... Look, apparently, getting your units killed being a good thing, that's great for me, because it's already second nature. I was doing that to begin with. When played, repeat all summon effects triggered so far this battle. So there is a synergy there that you're probably noticing as well. We're summoning that Imp quite a lot, so we could get him out there and do like 30 damage to all enemies. But like a wide, low damage spell, I don't think is that valuable. I really think you want, like, if you can get 5 damage done to all enemies, that kills most support units without a trial on. Or if you could do like 100 damage to the front enemy, that's useful as well. I really, for now, I feel like none of this is useful. One Horn's Tome is great, but we can't seem to get to apply it. Alloy of the Ancients, I mean, it is 25 armor for 1, which is really good value. But do we really have a unit we're trying to keep alive right now? Not really. And Transcendip, I just don't think it's that necessary. Lady of the Reformed. Burnout 3. On Revenge. Friendly burnout units. Okay, so it keeps your burnout units alive. Consumer of crowns, we just can't afford to get out there. And Paraffin Thug. On Slay, you get 20. So you're kind of putting him out here to die. But do you know how much gold we can farm off of this guy? I'm trying to... and I think for once we do want energy, actually, because our units are pretty low on capacity. Or on capacity cost, I should say. There's a lot of temptation here. I think we like... but making a unit stronger, dude. Making a unit stronger, dude. Especially because we bring it back so it carries... like, being able to give a unit multi-strike is worth a lot. But, removing some... but we can remove some cards for money. Start here. Look at your units. When a unit dies, you get 5. I think we're maybe getting a little hot on the gold synergy, but... it's a new and interesting mechanic. So this is exactly what I wanted, is multi-strike. If we could apply multi-strike to a unit, then it's great for us, because then every time it gets reformed, it's going to be even better. And Rage 7 is kind of like in the same camp. A unit that has multi-strike getting brought back with Rage is like ridiculous. And then plus 25 HP. I really feel like you almost don't want anything to have more HP. Maybe the Steelworker. I think we'll start purging, and like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, you know how it is, dude. The Train Stewards, they just don't do it for us. They just don't do it for us. I think here, I mean, a multi-strike unit getting more damage is always going to be good. And then plus 25 HP there. Also pretty solid. No, not pretty solid. We don't want our units to have more HP. What am I thinking? I'll be right back. I'm back. OBS Studio now has a built-in pause recording function. I've been living in, like, the 3rd century, and I just went into the new millennium. This is incredible. I had no idea that was a thing. This is the rare air. No splicing, no 2-part videos. Bringing you back with Resolve, or rather with our Molded, is very interesting at 60-60. But I mean, going wide, I think, is even better. I think we do want capacity next. The only thing that sucks about... okay, you restore full health when you move up a floor. This is like the first time I think we're gonna not turn the trial on. I would love the artifact. I think it raises our chance of winning if we don't. Hold on, I'm thinking. So you're gonna do 4 and 6 damage. You give us 5 gold anytime anything dies. It's bizarre, but work with me. Tycoon, Horned Warrior up in front, basically to get killed for fun. And then, at least we can kill you, we get 5 gold. You are gonna get some extra armor, but that's okay. This is a very interesting situation we find ourselves in. We will slay you. Great stuff. And then we pretty much just want you out in front. To die so that we get a trigger on this. Then we want to bring back Horned Warrior. I shouldn't have incanted on this floor, you dummy. That being said, you're going to get very close to death, but not die. And we're going to just basically protect you. Not to protect you, but because the faster we get the Steelworker down, the happier we are. And the gold is just out of control. I really think we're going to be able to create, like, endless gold. Alright, this is our 32 damage spell. So we really like you being out in front, honestly, so that you get slain and we get, like, insane gold triggers. I really don't want you to heal, so I'm going to send you, and we get another 5 gold for that. Now, we do definitely want molded, and we'll bring back our horned warrior, who is for sure just getting disgusting. And then, like, Votivary, we really benefit from you getting out there and getting destroyed. I don't think we benefit from playing the Dreg yet. We got enough triggers on, like, dead units to get something out of our resolves as is. Okay, so you're doing fine up in front. We do like the Imp just getting a kill, which is 5 gold to begin with. And then, of course, we for sure do want molded. Everybody's doing great up here. You love to see it. So with molded, I definitely think you bring back the Thug. And you have Burnout 1, so you're going to die anyway. We might as well put you on the floor with the Slay trigger. You got Burnout 3 now. You might as well take a hit for the Steelworker so he can get a little bit better. We can't really do anything with Votivary right now, which is a bit of a whiff, I'll admit. We really want to apply Rage 6 to a unit that it actually matters for, so... although it did get the Incant trigger. We actually put that on our Gold Harvest trigger. I forget his name. Monopoly Man. That's what we're gonna call him. I think we totally could have done our next level ability on this one. Or our trial ability, I should say. So you're not dying. But when I bring back you, you will definitely die. Yeah, you're toasted. And then I really think you just bring back the Paraffin Thug again. You put him out here. We're just getting like stupid amounts of money. It's ridiculous. You might as well get even stronger with the Rage. Oh, but you're... Oh, no, you are getting killed. Okay. Okay, okay. So. I do think we want to torch you. We get the Harvest trigger, which is already great. And then we want to bring back a 1 space unit. I think we bring back the Imp again, just because it does get 2 kills. And we put the Imp in the front, because we want to get as many triggers of the Slay as possible. And then you're not going to live too long. But we'll reform a unit anyway. You're not going to live long enough to get an advantage up here, but we're going to do it anyway. That second floor is going to be a little spicy. I'm just going to own up to it. That second floor is going to be a little spicy. You are taking 300 damage, though. That's pretty good. I don't think you're going to live long enough to do very much damage, and kind of same to you. So I'm like, who gets the Rage? It's a good question. Really, you just do damage at this point. I actually kind of like you up there. And someone's... Hold on, we'll do another holdover. It basically has to be you just to... I don't know if that's going to be... Look, we didn't lose anything by doing it, but I don't know if we gained much. I guess we'll give you 6 Rage, even though you're only going to live for 1 turn. I think we give you 6 Rage, then. That's not as much extra damage as I thought it would be. That happened fast. 145. You are dying, though. That's kind of unexpected. Alright, so we got, like, so much gold. Even without doing the trial, which is hilarious. Consume, gain 1 energy for each friendly unit death this battle. It seems good in principle, but we have, like, no need. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have an energy bubble right now. We got nothing to worry about. I think we could even take Inflame. I don't think it's, like, it doesn't synergize with our deck at all, but I think it might be enough of a good card to just be happy with. And I would say now we need capacity. So a duplication could be solid. We don't really want to duplicate money because there are money generators. The money generators are great, but eventually we're going to want to yank them out of the deck because we're not going to need money for the final boss. The question is more like, is there a good duplication option? And I actually do think the Horned Warrior is pretty close. I don't think we need another molded. Capacity is kind of our bottleneck right now. But getting a free artifact and maybe even being able to buy another artifact is also pretty tempting. We don't need to duplicate units too much when we can just resummon them. We really want units get an extra upgrade slot, I think. And then we really should buy, like, constantly. Because with the money setup we got going right now, in theory we could create, I don't want to say infinite money, but quite a lot. And for sure we just want to get, you know, you get 5 gold when an enemy, or when a friendly unit dies, because we're killing our own units sometimes to make them stronger. Non-boss enemy units get multi-strike. It's a hard one, but I think we want it. I think we should have had the trial on last time, too. I underestimated our deck. This time, we expect units to die, and we're okay with it. So really, like, we want you to come out here and get destroyed. And then I think this time, we might actually benefit from, like, Steelworker, and then just have the... I was gonna call him a rectal flicker. If you find that funny, you're probably 100 years old like me. Not because you need to be old to get the joke, but because I think your sense of humor needs to have decayed to that point. Alright. So this is, I think this is still the setup we like. I think this is still the setup we're happy with. I will get that box for you, by the way, Kate. Oh, okay. So I think you're only doing 10 damage. We like a Tycoon down here. We like the Paraffin Thug down here. And honestly, I think we like you down here as well. What do you... Oh, Harvest. When a unit on this floor dies, you get stronger. That's not great for us, admittedly. And then really, 14... So a lot of units are going to eat it here. But again, we might as well summon the units now. Previously, I wasn't doing it. But now it makes sense to summon the units because we get 5 gold every time one of them dies, which is just ridiculous. So we'd like to protect our Steelworker if possible. We haven't drawn, like, really all we need to do is draw an imp. We haven't drawn an imp yet, which is bad news. Love you too. You want? Oh, you're too big. There you go. Still only 1 unit's gonna die, so we're gonna take some damage here. There's not much we can do to get out in front of it. Might as well bring back a strong unit, you know, and it's gonna have to be you to start with. Really just trying to keep our Tycoon alive. That will work. Stealth is not great for us in this situation. Like, the enemies having stealth is doing a number on us for sure. But we still, if we live, my god, do we do some damage. And if we survive this fight, we're gonna be friggin' loaded. We're gonna be so rich, your head's gonna explode. Can I just have the imp, please? I just desire the imp. Our Steelworker has returned. You gotta go. So I really like the idea of you just tanking a hit, although it is going to make you stronger, which is really bad. You know what? I think we can kill you. Like this, and then Burnout 2, Multi-Strike 1. I can only fit a draft there, so we got to try. Yeah, okay. With you being dead, that's very good. This will still buff you, but I can live with it. And then I think we don't really want the Horned Warrior to die. Again, he doesn't do that much for us by dying. But every time a friendly unit dies, we do get gold. So in a way, I'm like, yeah, maybe this makes sense. By the way, nobody's more surprised than me that somehow this, like, weirdo faction I'm managing, but like, hey, summon a big creature and heal it. It took me so long to figure it out. I don't understand it either, is all I'm going to say on that one. Also, where the heck is my imp, dude? It's not like that important, but it matters. It matters. Okay, so the most important thing is both of you are going down here. The Steelworker, we really need to get out there because it benefits the longer we have it out there. The Horned Warrior, again, basically we're just summoning him because every time we summon him, he gets 1 extra turn of burnout. And we might as well make sure that you don't take a hit because we'd like you to get stronger in the future. And then we, again, might as well... I would actually, like, bringing back something that burns out is totally fine because it's just making our gold that much stronger. Alright, let's see how... You have Stealth 8. I was going to say, nobody's living on this floor. Get over it. Although, an imp in the front actually did great work for us there. Now, we don't really care about you. We'd really just like to make this floor last as long as possible. So, like, if you can bring back a tanky unit... Well, we might as well bring you back, although you're not gonna fit here. Come on, we gotta have tankier units than this. This is, like, outrageous. You do 13 damage. We might as well rage you up. Oh, but you're never gonna hit. Okay. Well, we might as well apply armor to somebody then. And I think applying armor to the... you won't live. You'll live through 1 extra attack here. Just to make them have to go through 1 extra turn is worth something. You have burnout 3. We're really looking for something with lower burnout. I think we play nothing here, because we don't want to take up space at the top. We want to make sure maybe like our Horned Warrior can be up at the top if necessary. Okay, so you still have 5 turns of stealth, which is really bad. We're doing no damage. The Thug up at the front can do some real damage, but, I mean, the Steelworker is only getting better. 13 damage. You're going to survive a few. So I think we're... Maybe... You only have Burnout 1, which is so bad, too. Again, I think we let this... Oh, but then how are we going to get you? How are we going to get you? How are we going to get you, though, dude, is the thing. Is like, how on earth are we going to get you? So I think we summon... This is weird, but we summon you up here just to die in 1 turn. You might as well get torched. Although I guess we could have torched the Votivary, but we... I don't like that. Well, with a bunch of energy remaining, I do like that play. That's my bad. Oh my god, the stealth is gone. Okay. So we need to find a way to do more than 40 damage to you. Without a doubt. We have no spells, which is horrible. This is really, like... This is an important step here. Now you're dying. That's really good. Alright. It worked. It worked. And we got... Your Pyre starts with 15 armor. Okay. We got so much money. Deal damage to the enemy units equal to 3 times the number of friendly units that died this battle. Yes, absolutely. That seems fantastic. I want to look at our consumed cards real quick. Only... Sacred Wicks consumes. I really don't think we need Impish Scholar. And Rage has not been a mission-critical part of our game plan so far. So I think we just let it roll. We are about to fight the 2nd boss. I feel like units don't really need a buff. It's always good, don't get me wrong, but like... Our units... Oh, but units do have a 3rd upgrade slot now. We do have a lot of money. But I'm like, maybe our spells could just get better. Do we even like any spells? What is it about this deck that we like? I do like it. It's working. I just don't know, like... I think we do come this way. I just don't know what specifically it is that we enjoy. Double stack is interesting. Don't get me wrong. I think we do like melting that costs less. And then more magic power. I really think it's not necessary. I think we actually do a lot better on a reroll. And we're really looking for holdover. Do we like a spell to get consumed? I actually kind of like having 2 torches sitting around, honestly. This ended up being a pretty big whiff, I would say. Let's make this other Ritual of Battle playable. And we could... So we're already going to purge, like... Well, what are we going to purge? That's a good question. Our dregs are not very good. We do like them dying, but I think that you don't... And we should spend. Let me just start that right there. We should spend. This will still give us higher quality units coming in the future. And in a way, losing dregs... You're going to have to work with me. This is a little bit of a stretch. But losing dregs feels a little bit like gaining capacity. Because we're not playing crappy units anymore. Now here, we're going to cut our other dreg. And then we have to decide... I do feel like we can still cut one torch and feel pretty good about this. I think we've got a pretty solid 20-card deck here. I do worry about this boss. Spell shield 5, and units get armor. The fight does take a long time, which benefits us, because we can buff our Horned Warrior in particular quite prodigiously. You're not doing any damage. So I think we really like the Steelworker to live as long as possible. That's a unit we don't want to buff. You're going to do 6 damage. I think we like Wickless Tycoon with the Thug in front. Now we're getting some gold. And really, we still got to put you up here, because our champion is a pretty essential part of the plan. We're looking for Imp. We got the Imp. This is great news. It's honestly just fantastic news. So, the Imp is going to destroy this floor. It is going to make one super unit. I'm here to tell you we don't care. I prefer if you didn't die, but it's pretty easy to bring you back. So we're just gonna... I was gonna say we're gonna kill a unit there, which is fantastic news. And we can't kill you, unfortunately. I think we really just benefit from giving you a little armor. The incant is frustrating, but... we can't... I don't think we can play around it. Oof, 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 oof. Dude, I think this deck could do it here. For sure. Now we're looking for... we didn't get what we were looking for, but that's okay. So I think... hear me out here. I think we do like Fatal Melting. It is going to get some incant triggers. It's going to make these units stronger. I choose to accept this. You dying doesn't matter to me. It would be nice if you got a hit out. But definitely Paraff and Thug get summoned on this floor no matter what. Then we think of Votivary. Votivary takes a hit. You still die. If you want to get spicy, you can summon Votivary, kill it, and then get draw off of it. But I think we benefit more from it taking the hit, honestly. So again, I think if you keep your warrior alive, you're kind of happier here. And honestly, hold on. I know you're going to get the trigger on the incant there, but I still think that's kind of worth it there. We were going to draw a dead weight anyway, apparently. So this is I'm fairly happy with the way things went. Now, our Horned Warrior is not getting buffed too much right now. That's the only negative, I would say, of what we got going on here. And you guys don't really benefit from a molting imp situation. You're dying. It's not good. What we would like to do is maybe get a Paraff and Thug out here. You're doing 14 damage. Paraff and Thug is, again, fallen right... he's a victim of what we're trying to accomplish here, financially speaking. Honestly, we should still be able to get a card draw out of this. I actually thought you would die. Because the damage... I think if I summon you... Nah, whatever. It's okay. We'll get you next turn. And we'll still do a molded. Because why not? And the question now becomes... do we want you to take a hit? I think we want you to take the hit. That way we can start buffing you and making you stronger in the future. I know it seems like absolutely stupid. You just gotta live with me on this one. Or you gotta work with me on this one. Similarly, we want you to die for burnout. We might as well get you killed. Again, we're getting the gold. And the imp came back to our hand anyway. You like to see... it's such a good way to get rid of support units. Like this one, for example. Ah, but you are stronger now. You're 21-1. It's hilarious. So I think we really have to prioritize getting this Horned Warrior as buff as possible. We do like that you're dying. You'll die on the first hit. So we can afford to get this out there. Petty Theft doesn't really do anything for us. It does benefit us always to summon a unit if we have capacity. The only reason we summon the unit, really, is to, I mean, do more damage, almost as if the unit is a spell. But then on top of that, if we could, get that unit killed, and then bring them back later and get the gold out of it and the etceteras, then we're happy, right? So, I don't know, I guess we'll just hit you. It's gonna be close with the boss, because this boss ends up being a nightmare, like, quite frequently, but we got some good stuff going on, for sure. For sure. So I think you, again, molded. The Horned Warrior is non-negotiable, and I'm so glad we have 2 of these. The Horned Warrior has to get out there. Even if he dies, we're making him stronger in the future. And I think we've got to get rid of you on this floor. Like, to get through as many of these units as possible is a big one for me. And I think we also want to bring back the Thug, and the real reason for that is the gold synergy, but also protecting this, you know, this raged Tycoon. He's actually doing, like, a pretty good job. I actually also... No, the Imp's not dead yet. Because the Imp would do a great job of killing this unit, but that's okay. You're dead. You're also dead. This guy's almost becoming, like, a strong unit. We got kind of like a heck of a game plan going here. The thing is, it relies on our... Horned Warrior living long enough to do a bunch of damage. The Horned Warrior is really our... That's like our ultimate play. So we like this to begin with. And you guys are already doing a great job. We don't really need to kill you, is the way I would think about this. Well, I'll make you even stronger. I'm very surprised that this is the unit that we're choosing to do that on, but... Not disappointed. Not disappointed. Again, Horned Warrior has to come out on every occasion, and it actually benefits us if he dies. So we'll put him at the front, even though he's not gonna die. And then do we have like... Oh, there's no units to bring back. I'm not sending the Imp out there this time. He's gonna live too long. Not final wave, please. It's bad because our Imp's alive, really, is the problem. Not our Imp, sorry, our Horned Warrior, and we can't kill him. But you're gonna die in 2 turns of burnout, so you guys are going. You're not going. This is it's admittedly a very tough choice. You do 10 times 2. There you go. We're doing 100 damage. We got nothing to bring back. Good to know. Well, here's what I would think then. You got Votavary. Torch him to get some sweet gold. We can't bring the Votavary back. I mean, we didn't really have much else to do because our units are gonna not make it through burnout anyway. I'm here to tell you this is horrible because our Horned Warrior yet lives. That's really bad. Especially like him living with burnout 1 really could not be worse. That being said, all is not yet lost. $370 damage. It's not a lot. 540 damage. We're getting there. And, you know, our top floor is going to have to do some work for us, but we're here. You're only taking 80, which is not good. But we can't fit a Horned Warrior up here, which is the real... problem. However, we can fit one of you up here, and all of a sudden you're dead. So this is surprising to me, but still, it just goes to show you, you know, the strategy, the line we're on right now is working. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 10 times the number of friendly deaths this battle. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that working. I think capacity matters now. Energy to play Memento Mori is nice as well, but we have so many 0-cost cards. I ain't sweating it all that much. I honestly look at this and I say, you know what? I think we just do better this way. I think the anvil could be what we're looking for here. Units getting stronger on kill is good, but they don't scale as fast as they scale due to dying, regardless. And then, like, we can remove a torch. I know we use this for some fun plays, but I'm not convinced that this does that much for us. The imp is still pretty good, in my opinion. I actually think you just don't cut anything else. I think everything else in our deck serves a purpose. And obviously, you're going to bring 3 units back. I know that we could bring you back, but I don't really... I mean, 70-70 is pretty sick, but 40-40 and bringing back 3 units per turn is pretty good as well. It's all good. So again, we're really fishing hard for holdover. But we might as well buy before we spend first. Petty theft, I'll admit. Sorry, we might as well buy before we reroll first. Buy before we spend makes no sense. We'll make Memento Mori cheaper. I don't think we care enough about a double stack. Although, Rage 12, maybe, you know, when you got this much money, why not? Remove Consume and cost 1 more. Hold on. Plus 20 magic power and Consume. But then we could not remove Consume. Yeah, so we don't want to add Consume to any of these. Fair enough. We could remove... We might as well remove Consume and then make it cost 0. Doesn't have a holdover, but still. I don't know. I'm like, maybe we do like 32 damage and Consume on this one. I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna say it's also pretty close. And that's it. We're tapped. Dude, we're gaining so much gold. The gold gain is just a nightmare here. Non-boss enemy units get +8. And you're the Ember Drain unit, right? We got Ember Drain units somewhere in here. Maybe, maybe not. I think we love this for the 400 gold. Like, this is the most confident I've been on a run in a while, dude. So again, we got plays. You start here. And we still like this floor right here. We summon you basically to die, and we accept that that's our turn 1. Not amazing. But hear me out here. Okay. Can we... Yeah, we can. Okay, so Molting Imp just does incredible work here. And you're nasty. Let's just be honest. You're nasty. You're dying, which is not great. You're still dying, which is not great. We're loaded. And you're dying again. But I know I said it's not great. It isn't great. But it's not that bad. This is a wild one, dude. So we put you back here. All of a sudden, I was just going to say, you're dying. It's great news. Now we can do 12 damage to all enemy units. But I'm almost like, why don't we just cast you? You're going to kill the imp. Killing the imp is great news for us. We like it. We like it a lot. Really. And I think we do want to mold it. I think we'd rather have the Tycoon out here. I mean, basically we're summoning Votivary to die. We're summoning Draft to die. And then we'll just make sure one of you dies as well. And then we'll pass. We already have 315 gold. How did you live? Did I summon wrong? What happened here? Is there was there a sweep unit in there? Maybe, maybe not. Well, I'll tell you, we actually just like this. So why don't you go ahead? We get extra draw out of it. Oh, because you guys, you're still extinguishing. I understand. You're taking a hit. Put you down here. You're taking 133 damage. That's pretty solid. Now, we're not... You're dying, which is not great. I was just trying to see what we'd get back on Molded. Forget the gold for now. I think we'd much rather just get you out here. We should have protected you, maybe. We can still do it, for the record. No, we can't. We don't have enough units. Well... You do 18... There you go. How about that? How about that? You take a 108. We don't have a whole lot left to go on here. Rage 12 or Rage 6? It's a pretty easy choice. We might as well put it on the unit that's gonna live. I hate that you're not dying, though. You're gonna hit our... Oh, you're not gonna hit the pyre because we have 15 armor. You only do 13 damage. Oh, you do 18 damage, come on! The dampening effect. So really, no matter what, we're bringing back Molting Imp. 30 damage to all units. Hold on. We get the draw out of the Votivary on the... Oh, it's a different kind of extinguish. This is still great, though. You guys are getting extinguished. You love to see it. You're not taking enough damage, huh? So what are we bringing back? Is the Imp again. Of course it's the Imp. It's always the Imp. By the way, the Imp does 41 damage. 46 damage. Sorry, it's a 46-16. Now you're dying. It's great news. Rage 6. Again, I'm like, you might as well put it on the only units we have that don't have burnout attached to them. Okay, there we go. Our demon is finally dead, which means we can bring them back next turn for more damage. We have like too much. We haven't even drawn Paraffin Thug yet. This is the first time we've actually gotten it. Well, we'd like to keep our unit alive. So will I play Memento Mori for 2? Probably. Why not? And then forget gold. Gold is not relevant. Here's what we want. We have to play Holdover. So that we have to play Molded so we get it next turn. But I don't think we really want to bring back Horned Warrior yet. So I think we'll play Wickless Tycoon. And basically, you're actually going to be a blocker for us, for once. And then we need to leave space. You have Burnout 3. That's like almost good enough to get me interested here. We're not going to play this because there's nothing else for it to hit. Yeah, it would be forced to hit something we don't want it to hit. How much space does the Imp or the Warrior take up? 2. So we could put Votivary up in front, which will still tank a hit for us. And then don't play anything. You're forced to come back into our hands. And now that's another 300 damage boost, which is not as much as I thought it would be, to be quite frank with you. And you're doing 26 damage. $512 is not where I want to be here. We have no units to hit with this, by the way, so I wouldn't say it's too spicy, but these 4 units are coming back next time. We'll play this just to play it. We'll play it just to play it. I mean, we didn't play that first one just to play it. We played it so that we'd get something with the holdover on the next turn. What's your thing? Trample? You're a trampler? Big whoop. Okay, so we love something like that. We love something like this. You're gonna basically everybody that's good on our team, you're gonna have to face them multiple times. We like you up at the front. Now you're taking 475. Now you're dead. You're not even getting there. Now look at you. We're just doing this for principle now. And we're gonna have like 800 gold after this. So most of the time, I would go to a shop for either spells or units. But we're gonna go to a shop for relics this time, believe it or not. Stealth 2 on friendly units is funny, but I really feel like the melting card has been fantastic for us. I don't think we need this. I just don't think this does anything for us. I don't think it moves the needle for us in a meaningful direction. So we are gonna go to the relic shop. We get to go to the relic shop no matter what, huh? Sure, let's go this way. I was like, surely there's a card we want to duplicate, but first. 7 energy on turn 1. Is that worth it for us? We normally don't need it. Rage giving +1 per stack it moves the needle for us. Our summoning abilities are really only good on our Imp, I think. I actually think you spend the 50 to reroll. Rage does not decay is unbelievable. Waxer units get endless. I have no idea if we even have any Waxer units. I would assume that maybe a candle unit is a waxer, but I'm looking. I don't see. Oh no, it does say waxer under them. We don't really need it. Like, they're already. We don't struggle to bring them back. So like, why would we bother? And then I'm like, this. I think we want our units to be stronger, but we don't want them to be like that much stronger. I'll take it because we got nothing else to do. But and then we can upgrade. Okay, sure, give them some freaking multis. Give multi-strike 2 on our horned warrior. We are putting all our eggs in one basket, but so who do we want to have burnout 1? I mean, honestly, the thug having burnout 1 is kind of hilarious. And we might as well spend out here. Large stone. It's tough. I don't really want to make a unit larger. You know what I mean? I guess the steelworker, we don't mind him being larger. And then rage doesn't decay is just like ridiculous. You tend to live a long time, so why don't we give you the rage, weirdly enough. And then again, our steelworker living long is good news for us. This is the most like financially ridiculous build I've ever seen. And then we can duplicate a card. I really think that Memento Mori is our duplicate. The only thing we really lack in this deck, in my opinion, is a super high damage spell. Now, Sap 3 is pretty bad, but most of our units do so much damage right out of the gate that I don't think it's going to matter. And we can hook the other ones up with Rage regardless. So you don't have Ember Drain. That's wonderful news. We do need you up here. This is a bad first turn. We still want you down here. We got a lot of cards that do nothing for us. But we don't mind a slow start, honestly. Why do I summon that unit as if like getting gold is a good thing at this point? I think the answer is it just doesn't matter. This is another pretty bad turn for us. But we will get the Tycoon out there. And then we get the Thug out there. You're not living. 8 damage, 20 damage. 20 damage. He's still not living. But it's not that bad again because we get like the ability to bring our units back. If anything, they get buffed by being reformed. It's just, it's going to look a little hot here for a minute. If you'll just allow me, it's going to look a little hot here for a minute. For sure, we want a Steelworker. Our champion is no longer dying. It's good news. Wouldn't mind killing you. Wouldn't mind killing 2 of you, though. I think we start here. That to me looks good. And then the Horned Warrior, can you fit up here? You can't. That sucks. You would have crushed it up here, dude, let me tell you. And our Pyre is going to take... It's going to take enough damage to be annoying, but I'm not too afraid. I really think we should try to get our Wickless Titan stronger. I don't mind these units getting killed right now. But we are losing a lot of momentum early. But as long as we're... Really, if the Pyre lives with 1 HP, but our units are so strong, they can kill the boss when the final wave comes, I ain't sweating too much. So we are looking for Imp here. Imp will do a lot of good work. So get the Imp first. You're taking 47. We might have to revisit this. 32 damage. 47. You're not going to die, obviously. 12 damage to an enemy unit. Still can't get you there. So we start... I mean, why do we care about the gold? It's a good question. So you come out here. 32 damage. We don't really care about it. Can't fit anything. So we really just want to hurt you so that our Pyre kills you faster. And I think it's going to kill you in 1 now, which is good enough. I forgot we had split anvil this whole time. Just really an indicator that things are really good, honestly. That's not something I can complain about. Alright, now things are getting interesting. You've got to take a ton of damage. It's hard for us to do that, quite frankly. We got to start applying a little bit more damage on the first floor, I think. The multi-strike is doing a lot of work. The multi-strike on the enemies, I should say, is doing a lot of work here. It's causing me some problems. Really should have casted this first, for sure. You're actually hitting, you're doing enough damage to kill a unit, which is a real, like, we're starting to talk about some good stuff now. We'll get you out there. So now you're doing 77 damage. We'd really like you to do more. But our best damage spell, we got 1 to draw on here. 13, so you do 50. I think you're going to do 54. You do 48. Good to know. Okay, I had my math all wrong. Dude, our pyre is going to be... It's going to be unhappy. And let's leave it at that. Okay. But I think we're starting to finally set up, like, they're taking hits on the way up. They're not getting too much for free anymore, which is useful for me. It's going to be tight, though. We really got to stop the bleeding up at the top. I still feel confident, though. I still feel pretty good. You've got to go, though. Like, full stop. We're running into, like, potentially lethal territory. Hear me out here. Gotta hit you. Now you're taking 81. 120 will get you. You gotta bring back a unit. The only question is, what do we do with them? I think this time we have to try to ensure that we're stopping units from... We're finally, like, we're getting the kink out of the garden hose. We're untangling our earbuds and we're almost untangled. And don't get me wrong, it took a long time to get them untangled. So you definitely start here to make every spell easier to get out in the future. You start with the Fatal Melting, which will then make this free. Now you guys are dying, and you're dying to Burnout, which is ideal for us. You're dying already, so we need to summon some stuff on the bottom floor here. You're dying, not good. You have Rage 7, which allows us to do quite a lot of damage, quite frankly. We got nothing to draw on there. This, at least, starts to move things more in the favor of where we want them to be. Really, I think you apply Rage to units that do not die because they... we need you out here to try to stop this floor. Or slow it down, at least. We apply Rage to units that do not die because Rage does not decay. And we get +1 attack per rage stack. So, I mean, this is a long and winding run. We're on the final wave already, which is actually much earlier than I expected. So, if we want stuff for free, you start here, bizarrely. Then, you definitely play that for 0. Although we could have played it on you and gotten another unit out there. You're taking no damage, which is pretty horrible. I do think you roll this. You have Burnout 1. Might as well put you out there. Alright, this will be interesting. If I had to predict right now, I would say I actually think it's fairly likely we're gonna die. But work with me. Work with me on this one, okay? We do want you up at the front. Although you're not going to live to do hits. So, you're not going to live, though, either. So, we really want a tanky unit up at the front. This is as tanky as it gets. We do have space. The alternative is we could summon 2 units. I think we summon 1 tanky unit. He does 63, but that's still our weakest. 900 damage. We're starting to talk here. Now we'll give you Rage and Armor. Although, hold on. Well, you get burnout 2, burnout 2, burnout 2. I'm still going to give you rage and armor. You're taking 1,000. And then the question is, do you play Votivary? And I think the answer is no. I think we're screwed because we don't have enough capacity on the top floor to play our Horned Warrior. And that's killing me inside right here. Because I'm like, if there's just enough capacity for us to play the Horned Warrior, I think you would legitimately die. But we gotta try. We gotta try. So we need the strongest one space unit we got. And it's you. And with Burnout 5, we put you at the back. Because you're doing a ton of damage. And then... I think we're giving you Rage 12, and we're giving you another. Oh my God, we did it! I'm very surprised, but also super stoked. This took me like way more brain power than I think any other Monster Train run I've ever done. But I'm incredibly excited about this one. We made it to the end. I thought we did really well. We leveraged the run and played it tight the whole way through. Probably made some mistakes, but this was our first run. We also move up a Covenant rank, which is fantastic. Got a bunch of golden cards, obviously. Melting Remnant are pogging up. Oh, so that's like Ritual Dagger from Slay the Spire. When you play a unit, a random card in your hand is reduced to 0 for the turn. It's very good. Okay, we're going again. Resin Removal. Extinguish abilities trigger a second time, or an additional time, I should say. It's good stuff. Yo, we got 1,100 more gold than we've ever gotten before. All right, we're back. We're tied with Cobalt. Hafu's passing us. Invicta's just crushing it. Bear Taffy's still a little bit ahead, but hey, he's a good gamer. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you watched all 1 hour and 12 minutes, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But the like button, especially as the series gets rolling like a locomotive from the underworld, I need that like, okay? We're here for almost an hour and a half. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. It's the single best way to send a message to the YouTube algorithm. Hey, show this to more people. Single best message you can send to me as well. Hey, make more videos like this. I will continue to do so, and I'll see you next time. See ya. Goodbye.